Hey guys, welcome to my final version of the super OP tanky Whirlwind Viking. Let's just quickly go over the gear, right? So we're going to be using full 101% items. Of course we can't have that on the Breath of the Dying, but we do have Mark Target, and we do have a Judge with Weapon Sweep. Weapon Sweep's really strong, it keeps you healed up while you're trying to taunt, so I like it a lot. It's a good option for me. I use Assassin Mitts because unlike Breach Gauntlets, I can get these to 115%. I can't get those to 150%. Again, the best in slot flask, as I showed you guys before, or the potion. Boots of the Golden God, why do we want these? They have a lot of all stats, all talents, all resist. They give you 2 max resists, which ideally you want physical and lightning, but if you happen to get like magic lightning or one of the 3 between fizz, magic, and lightning, then you're pretty set. The belt, just monkey skin, nothing fancy here. We're just getting more damage reduction, all stats, all talents. On ours, we have critical damage, so that's our single piece that probably has the rolled off stat besides the ring. More all talents, more all talents. Now, if you don't have a Sheepskin crown, what you can do is you can swap out from the monkey skin belt, put on a Sight of the Gods, and use a, oh geez, what's it called? A Knight's Girdle. It's the new tier S belt. Has a lot of HP, armor, plus talents, plus stats, etc. It's really good. Again, plus talents, and this is just the OP strength ring that is never getting replaced. So, at 101%, we will have 32% CDR, 707 attacks per second, barely hitting the block cap. Our reduction's fairly high, our armor's extremely high, stamina is fairly good, and our all stats is at 37. So we're doing quite a bit of damage. Now, as you can see, I did take some points out of Shield Wall to be able to max Berserker, since we no longer need the block from that. I did put the rest of the points into Stone Skin, this way we get more damage. So when I get a armor proc, that's 318, brings me up to 133k armor. So just to show you the damage difference, I'm at 31.9k, or 31.9 mil on my Whirlwind. And with that, I'm at 38.5 mil. So quite a difference. And let's see, our hero levels are all the same, all except I swapped into Warrior's Blessing from Huskar's Blood. Our Mercenary is staying... No, he's not staying the same, he is different now. Okay, so what I changed on the Mercenary is I still kept the offensive side just fine. I maxed out Taunt, 1 countermeasure, maxed out HP boost, maxed out shielding. I only put 1 into Symbiosis this time instead of 20. There's a big reason for this, I'll explain in a second. I maxed out Replenish. This will just help keep you healed and helps keep the Mercenary healed. 1 in Deflect. It doesn't hurt. He gets some damage return somewhere. I don't remember where it was. Then you put the rest in Armor. You know, obviously you want that to boost his damage reduction. So the reason why we don't put this into Symbiosis any longer is because we're tanky enough. We need to be able to take that damage and not kill our Mercenary, because we want our Mercenary up at all times. So that's why we grab Replenish, and it just works a little better for us. So with that said, let's go ahead and do a DPS test. Now granted, I actually think I will just show you the 101% version. So let's go ahead, I need 2 Von runes. and we'll be fine with the attack speed. Okay. So we got a 36% CDR. Everything else is good to go. I will show you a quick demonstration of the Aoe Dps. And again, this is without popping my potion or anything else. This is just Whirlwind and auto attacking. So it's fairly good. Then let's go ahead and go to our single target. Letting those wear off. Single target should be good. I am going to use the potion on this one. So as you can see, pretty significant damage. We are getting some taunts on the other dummies, which does deal some damage, but it's not really enough to skew the results too much. I mean, the majority of the damage is going onto the dummy, so yeah, so pretty good damage, especially for not being maxed out and just having a 100% Breath of the Dying. Very strong. So we are going to do a, what level? I don't want to do a 20k right now because I'm not maxed out, so let's just do a quick 2k, just so I can show you guys kind of how strong this build really is. Alright, so we're just going to focus on taunting. Pretty much keep your potion on cooldown at all times. As you can see, you're doing damage just by using your judge, not even your main weapon right now. So just focus on attacking, doing whirlwind, and you do have enough attack speed now to where your whirlwind isn't going to counteract you being able to taunt. Now you'll be able to taunt and do whirlwind at the same time. So we're getting ready to DPS in a second. Need one more taunt. There we go. Swap to Breath of the Dying, and we're just going to jump in here. Pop our flask, go crazy, and just melt everything. Now usually you want to try to jump past the magic damage on the ground, but I did see that I had 100% block stacks up, and it's just not going to kill me. So that was the 2k. Let's go ahead and do the boss, and I'll show you how fast the boss dies. Do have to watch out for swift death still, because it can kill you. It does like to hit very hard. But yeah, Gabriel's dead. And that was a really fast 2k. So let me show you guys the max potential of this build. Just absolutely maxed out, 115% each slot. Let's take that off so I can do this. Alright, so all of our items are 115% other than our Breath of the Dying. That's since it's too hard to obtain rune words that are 110%, and you can't get to 115, so there's that. Our whirlwind damage is now 44 mil. When we do have our armor buff up, it does jump up to 53 mil, so our damage increased an absolute ton. Our reduction without any procs up is 301k, very good. Our armor is 126.4k, so that's very strong. We have great HP right now, great reduction, so we could tank most damage. With the armor up, I mean, it's going to be extremely hard to get one shot at this point. Alright, and then I'm going to do a 5k wormhole, or a 10k wormhole really quick for you guys. Just to show you how strong this build can get. I will be AoE taunting. This is again with full 115% at this time. This is perfectly min-maxed, by the way. It has exactly 7.33 attack speed, 36% CDR, max resist across the board, 300k reduction, 100% block, tons of stamina. Hero levels are as follows. Mercenary, changed a little bit, but fairly the same. And let's get to it. So I will be AoE taunting. This is a 10k. And this is a good map, unlike the last one that I tried. So the last map I did was the map with all the Wendigos or whatever they're called. Basically they put like a protective shield on them and they just don't die. So that was the battle of last map, which is why I didn't record it. We got right to the last second and did not down the timer, so it's not really worth recording. Now it's always good because you can start attacking the mobs in the wall just to get some extra damage out, helps kite a little bit. Now these mobs are already taking a beating, but I do want to gather them up more. I'd rather them die all at the same time. Now you shouldn't have to worry about taking too much damage. Your block stacks are going to keep you topped. Almost done gathering these all up. Just gonna pull them more towards this way, and then go straight through the center, pop my flask or my potion, and we are just going to go ham. Now our goal is we're gonna kind of do like a circle 8 while we're in these mobs. So if you could just kind of see how I'm jumping around and moving. This way it's hard to get targeted, it's hard to get casted right upon, and if you do get casted upon, it's going to be facing outward. So there's also another trick in this map you can do, which I kind of don't recommend, but it does work. You can allow the pillar mobs to cast pillar on you, and that way you will be basically immune to damage for a while, but you do take a large chunk of damage. So if you're not able to do that, then obviously you don't want to try that. It's always better to be safe than sorry. And I got stuck. If you do get stuck, stunned, or anything else, just instantly Mario Pipe. It's not worth it. Now when it does start getting down to the last few mobs, it does make it a little harder to do that circle 8. So you do have a couple options. You can always kite the mobs back to a pillar so you can line of sight them. So all these guys are going to stack right here pretty much. And pretty much they're dead. So that was a 2k and 2.5 bars. Very good, if I had to say so. Now let's not get St. Gabriel again. And I have Saint. Okay. So this can still be a sketchy boss. Just because we have a ton of reduction doesn't mean that we can just avoid things. All it takes is one big hit to one-shot you. The laser eye beams will do that. As you can see, even in a 10k, this is doing incredible damage. do want to try to get your follower up as much as possible. I did miss my opportunity. No, I didn't. He got up. Yeah, always dodge the laser beams. If you have to dodge anything on this fight, it's the laser beams. That will be the one thing that kills you. I know I rezzed him. Gonna pop my flask. I need to get him alive. About to go to second phase soon, which shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, keeping my guy res is just too difficult right now. I do want him res though, because he helps so much. Alright, should be transition. Just gotta always watch out what the twins are doing. Alright, stomp and stomp. One of them did cast laser. At this point, don't even bother trying to resurrect your guy. Just stay alive, kill the boss. Now, it shouldn't be too easy to die here. You just have to be careful not to get hit by two things at once. It's basically the one part of the story here. So like a double stomp or something could be absolutely detrimental. Or a double spiral, that can hurt a lot. Don't think I'll be able to get my guy up. Those lasers suck. Yeah, and again, just out of anything on this fight, you want to dodge the lasers. The spirals, they hurt, but you can tank one. The lasers are like a guaranteed one-shot. Sadly, a longer fight. I wish it was just kind of stand there and tank so I could show you guys how much damage this does, but it's okay. Guess is an actual better example of what this type of fight would be like. Starting to get them low. Now I know I keep running away when I max block, but I'd rather save that for a situation where I actually need it, rather than just tank some stuff for some extra damage. Like for example, if I did clip one of those laser beams, it's gonna help a lot to have that block stack. But yeah, overall, I think this build is one of the stronger builds you could get right now, especially for the price. The only issue really is that you need the +1 talent items, which are probably some of the more expensive ones. I don't check the auction or the market, so I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's how we scale all of our points, all of our damage. Alright, these guys are starting to get pretty low. Oh, I like this song. Alright, one of these guys should be dying soon. Now I will be showing a chase version of this build later on. It's not my main priority right now, but there are some of you who do happen to have like full chase gear, so I would like to give you guys the option to see that build as well. It's so difficult when they sit there and cast laser beams like crazy. There we go. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. Alright, and that was a 10,001 wormhole actually. And just to go over my gear and stuff again, in case I decide not to clip the video, this is with all 115% without the weapon, of course. So you want Steve's necklace, and before I say anything else, you want at least every single item besides 2 pieces to have all stats rolled to it. The other 2 pieces you can either have like CDR if you're below the 36%, or you can have crit damage. Either one is really strong, but as you can see, just crazy all talents. And then, of course, the super strong ring. Now, I will show you guys my stats at 101% quality, which this is what I would usually run around with. Seeing how getting full 115% isn't exactly the easiest. So I still have a almost a 32 mil whirlwind. Everything else is pretty fast, or pretty good. Our attacks per second is a little low, but second we get our frenzy proc, we're good. Our CDR, we would need 2 Von runes, so I'd put it like in the potion or in the ring or something to get that 36%. Our reduction's still high, and our max HP is still high. So actually we got some time in this video. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick 2K. And this will kind of illustrate how fast this build can go. And this is without taunting. If I wanted to do a taunt run, this would be like 100 times faster, but I'm not, so... I mean, as you can see, you pretty much just chop through everything like it's, you know, like Hell 5 or something. So if you do want to carry your friends, this is a good build. You can carry quads, pretty much everything. This build could easily solo quads up to like 2k plus. So the opportunity to play with your friends is there. And we're just gonna go ahead and tank all of his damage. There. And that's that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. It was a lot of fun making. It took quite a while to get everything pieced together and hitting those perfect caps and everything. So yeah, very strong build. If you ever hit hero level 100 on this thing, you're going to be a monster. I couldn't even imagine having burst shot and 10k more strength. That would just be insane. Other than that, fairly straightforward. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in the next video.